over the country, and I appreciate it. I know he's got real support all over this nation. People recognize, as the head of the Republican Governors Association, that he has real interest in seeing conservative principles like he's applying here applied in other states. And I appreciate him coming here and spending some time with me and welcoming me as he just did. And yeah, what a guy. And then and Dennis Miller. Gosh, this guy. He's got talent. He's got humor, and he's got the right candidate this time, so I appreciate that. Now, I have to be honest with you. I love these debates. You know, these things are great. And I think it's interesting that the president still doesn't have an agenda for a second term. Don't you think that it's time for him to finally put together a vision of what he'd do in the next 4 years if he were elected? I mean, he's got to come up with that over this weekend, because there's only one debate left on Monday. And I just think the American people had expected that the president of the United States would be able to describe what he's going to do in the next 4 years, but he can't. He can't even explain what he's done in the last 4 years. I mean, he spends most of his time trying to talk about how my plan won't work. Well, what about his plan? We know his plan has not worked. And last night, there were a lot of people asked some questions, and I think they deserve some answers on a number of fronts. I think it was Jeremy who asked the question about how am I going to get a job when I get out of college? Half the kids in this country not able to get work or college-level work that are coming out of college? I mean, that's a question that needs to be answered. And then you heard Lorraine saying, when you promised, Mr. President, to put in place an immigration reform bill in your first term, well, I guess it was me that asked this question, but it was her idea. She brought up immigration. You promised to put it out in your first term, your highest priority. You'd put out a bill in your first year, but you didn't even file a bill. She deserves an answer. And then we heard from Michael, and he asked the question, why should we vote for you? Because the middle class is just getting buried. And I described all the ways in which the president had failed to help lift the middle class. This is an election about the great middle class of America. It's helping people that are poor get into the middle class, helping people in the middle class have a brighter future, and he had no answer as to why he had failed to help the middle class and why they're having such tough times. Catherine spoke about women and women's equality in the workforce, and I asked the question that she deserves an answer to, which is, why is it that there are 3.6 million more women in poverty today than when the president took office? This president has failed America's women. They've suffered in terms of getting jobs. They've suffered in terms of falling into poverty. This is a presidency that has not helped America's women. And as I go across the country and ask women, what can I do to help? What they speak about day in and day out is, help me find a good job or a good job for my spouse, and help my kid, make sure my